What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Excuse me. Welcome to our morning note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. You have it locked here to our G.A.R Capital YouTube channel. 3808 subscribers. Make sure to click on your bottom right to like and subscribe our videos. Once we get to 4,000, we will have a live trading session with me. So welcome aboard. Happy Monday. Today is July 27th, 2020. Let's take a look at Dow equity futures first. Dow futures are up 71 points. Nasdaq futures up about 0.82% as tech bounces back. Amazon and Apple leading the way. S&P futures up about 12 handles, 3216. That 3200 seems to be that support level. Russell 2000 index up about 0.27%. Crude futures up 0.61%. Bitcoin futures up 8%, breaking over 10,000 at 10,390. Gold futures, we've been talking about it. Now new all-time high for spot gold and gold futures, 1927. We're a little bit off the highs of 1941. Silver futures up 6%, 24.23. We've been talking about that for a while as well, and it is continuing to push. Dollar yen is down 0.69%, about 73 pips to the downside. Euro soaring up 85 pips, 117.39. Dollar index 93.77, down another 0.71%. Was down nearly as much as 1% this morning, and the VIX is up about 1.9% at 26.33, still below that 30 handle. 10-year bond yields at 0.579, up about 1 basis point currently. I'm going to go and take a look at some pre-market movers. Again, I'll go ahead and bring up the pre-market screener for you guys, and then we'll go ahead and talk some gold and silver. Moderna up 8.36%. Again, we know this choppiness. We talked about it. Again, more vaccine headlines. Now they're in phase 3 trials. They're up 8.3%. Virgin Galactic is up 3.7%. I do own some calls on some very strong volume here. Also, see what else is moving. AMD up over 70, new all-time high, 1.14% to the upside on very strong volume. Intel bouncing back slightly, 0.43% after that huge flush. American Airlines up 1%. Let's see here. Apple up 1.2%, leading the tech. Tesla down slightly, 0.21%, as BMW reported that the new 5 Series will be all electric. Microsoft up 0.65%. Pfizer up slightly. Bank of America up slightly as well. Boeing up 0.31%. AT&T up slightly at 0.42% to the upside. All right, let me go ahead and drag my stuff here. And let's go ahead and take a look at the silver and gold. So let's go ahead and bring up futures on silver first. And we're going to talk about it. Again, we've talked about this before. 15-year chart. I've told you that I'm kind of targeting that 30 level, 24.30. Again, as long as the dollar continues to go down, as it will. And what's bringing the dollar down for the most part is more stimulus, more spending, more printing. We know this. And no, it's not going to go in the way of Zimbabwe or anything like that crazy. The dollar is still strong relative to its peers overseas. If you are someone that's traveling overseas from the United States, you're probably not doing that right now. So the dollar being worth a little less, worthing in value, isn't really hurting you. It is bullish for equities, obviously, because of these mega cap companies that do business overseas. They don't have that dollar issue. Stronger dollar does hurt their balance sheets. But again, that's good for cyclical stocks. It's good for mega cap stocks, and of course, good for commodities. So I'm staying long Bitcoin as always. I buy Bitcoin every week. I'm staying long gold. I own gold, and I still own silver, and I own calls in GLD and SLV. But you could see people have asked me, where do you think silver can go? I have a $30 target on the futures. If we bring up SLV, which I'll bring up here in a second, this is the gold silver ETF. I'm gonna go and bring up a 15-year chart on the weekly. 25.28 is your level. That's the gap fill. We're right around 22.52, about $3 away. Definitely in range. We can get there. I don't know if we'll get there this week, but again, definitely you could see a lot of movement to the upside, a breakout across the board. I've said it. I posted on Instagram as well. Again, we're getting a breakout in gold and silver, so I'm staying long the both gold and silver. And let's go ahead and bring up gold. You could see just a breakout as well. Bring up the 15-year chart on gold, 185.85 on GLD. That is your high. I believe that we get there and break it. as the Congress and the administration brings out more stimulus, more unemployment benefits. Again, not a bad thing. Again, regardless of politics, but again, this makes dollar traders be more bearish on the dollar and more bullish on commodities, commodities like the precious metals. Again, what gold is saying, and Kramer said it on TV today, is that basically what gold and silver are saying is that we're not going to get a vaccine anytime soon. So it's definitely a hedge. But yet equities moving up means that we're going to get one. So again, it depends on where you are. I think you could be on both sides that we'll get a vaccine not tomorrow, but again, maybe within a year or 2 years. Again, we're going to get out of the coronavirus one day, or either one of the things that we're just going to live with it, kind of like the flu. I mean, I don't want to downplay the virus, but again, I still am long gold, long silver. I think you stay long both of these. I think you stay long Bitcoin as well. Carter Braxton-Worth on CNBC on Twitter stated that 12,000 seems to be his level on Bitcoin. I'd have to agree with him, but I think we're going to break that above and continue. I don't think we hit 20,000 all-time highs this year, but I think 15,000 isn't too far from reality. I would say 15,000 is my price target for the end of the year for Bitcoin. That's the only crypto that I do own. So again, I'm still long gold and silver. If you are long gold and you're looking to maybe play it, GLD seems to be the best bet. I don't own GLD. I own physical gold and also GOLD, which is Barrick Gold, and that is the gold miner. I own that as well. That's more of a long-term play. I am up on that stock. Our investment club has that stock on their portfolio as well. Take a look at GC, which is gold futures. You can see on the 15-year chart, it is a breakout. Again, this is a very good sign if you are a gold bull. Again, staying long gold and staying long GLD. We have GLD 180 calls for our single members. We have the 22 and a half SLV. I believe we are now not in the money on SLV. Oh, we are. We had the 22s. My apologies. The 22s calls. So very nicely done. We'll see if we open up to some nice profits there. I own a couple of positions on GLD and SLV calls. I have until Friday expiry, so I may be holding some just personally. But again, let's see what we get. Let's see if we get that bounce here. Let's see. Just got some news here. Facebook reschedules release of second quarter results, financial results, conference call. Let me go ahead and give you that information. I just got it here. So Facebook announced today it will change the date of its release of the company's second quarter results and hold a conference call due to a scheduling conflict. Facebook will release its financial results after market close on Thursday, July 30th. And there you go. Is scheduled to provide testimony in the House Judiciary Committee July 29th. So let's go ahead and I'll post this for you guys on Instagram right now. Make life easy. Let's see here. I'll go ahead and post this right now. And then let's take a look at Facebook pre-market together. Facebook is slightly up pre-market. You can see that range is just basically stuck there. One other stock I want to look at before I answer your questions is AMD. AMD is breaking out even still. They do report earnings tomorrow, so keep that in mind. They are reporting tomorrow after the bell. So again, the premiums might be a little juiced, so be very careful. It is at an all-time high. I expect a pullback after earnings. That should maybe give you a time to maybe reload on the stock. Personally, depending on their earnings report, I am long the stock, so I don't have any plans on selling anytime soon. All right, let's answer some questions here. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hey, let's get these bags. Good morning. Waking up to the money on the table. Good morning. Apple target in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I do believe that we will hit 400 a share in 2 weeks. Do you see SLV pushing to 25? I do, just not this week. Do you recommend getting out of SLV gold right away when the market opens or just at the time? If you see profit and it hits your target over 40, just get out, enjoy your money. Apple calls 380 for this week, not ahead of earnings. Just be very careful. I would not. If you had to, I would play the 385 calls. That'd be the only one, but they're going to be juiced, expensive. If you have not seen my earnings preview on YouTube, take a look at it. I posted it yesterday on our channel. I go ahead and break down all the stocks that are going to be, all the big ones that we watch for the earnings report this week. So good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, so again, that's what we're watching. SLV. I'm watching AMD closely. I watch Apple as well. I'm watching MCD, McDonald's. We talked about that, and it's at 199.02. I was hoping for that 200 calls. That should be pretty up there. So again, maybe take a look at those 202.50s for MCD ahead of earnings tomorrow. I do like it. It's very bullish on the three ascending triangle breaks. So very interesting enough. I like it here. I'm going to take a look at McDonald's MCD ahead of earnings. I may be looking at that. Maybe get a way to maybe buy that 202.50s ahead of the earnings and maybe get out today for a nice little push. Let's see what we get. So AMD, MCD, obviously SLV, and GLD are my four that I'm looking at. Apple would be interesting. Amazon is pushing pre-market as well. I think it's up about 1.6% pre-market. But 3064 pretty much at the 200 day, right around the 100-day moving average as the 100 and 200 compress. Again, I expect them to beat the quarter. I expect them to go up slightly. I don't expect a ton of volatility in the name after earnings, so I would not play earnings on any calls currently. How do you see the banks moving this week? Banks are interesting as well. Again, you see a lot of sideways action on Citi, GS. Again, kind of just hovering there. Let's see JPM. JPM looks relatively decent, but again, for the fact is that 101.50 needs to break for me to get back in. If you want to take a look at XLF, which is the ETF for financials, I need to see a break of 24.50 in order to play some upside action. But again, pretty much just treading water right now. The Fed is going to have their rate decision on Wednesday, so keep in mind there it could affect banks if they lower rates. I highly doubt that'll happen. They may just keep everything as is, but we'll see what happens there. What is Amazon resistance? Amazon resistance, technically speaking, is your high of 33.44. Short-term resistance would be your 200-day of 30.82. Currently, it's right above the 100. Buy Shopify ahead of earnings? No, I would rather wait for earnings before you buy it. Holding MCD through earnings, that is really up to you. I like it. It's very bullish. If you're holding calls, I would say just probably hold it. If you want to take some profit, go for it. Tesla just took a little bit of a hit, slightly hit. Again, it's a stock that I'm bullish on. I've owned it now for this whole couple of months. That 1435, it's at that support level around 1439. It should be maybe a time to reload if you want. I have a target of 1215 to guys buy some more shares. Eight last week calls. I don't know, eight last week's calls late to get into. Or last week's calls late to get. Yeah, the GLD and SLV are too late. Absolutely. How space is moving up. Great strong volume to the upside. I do have some calls there. We're above the 50. 27.50 is your target here. There's really no reason to ask a question. You can simply answer yourself. Bar chart is a good site to check charts. Yep, you could take a look at bar chart for volume as well. You always do a limit sell. I do. Microsoft in the short term. Microsoft I'm very bullish on, of course. And right now you're at 202.50, 200 seems to be that support level. If it hits 190, I'll be buying some more shares. I bought some more Microsoft last week. But in regards to buying calls, I would not. I'm guessing I missed what he said on SGLD, SLV, how hard they were thinking. I said that earlier in the video. Make sure to rewatch it and I'll explain it to you. Best call opt. What do you mean best call opt? You mean best call option? We had to see in the morning to see. I think GLD and SLV are your best bets. But again, if you don't have it, which call for space would you be into when the market opens? Personally, the one I'm into right now on space is but the 27 calls. So I'm in those 27s and it had strong volume. I think we get there. Best call option entering today. I'm looking at AMD. I'm looking at MCD. Those are the ones I'm watching today. So that's where we are. So waiting on gold and silver. I also have space, so let's rock and roll. All right, we'll go ahead and leave it there. I'm going to go check in with the team. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Happy Monday. And if you are long gold and silver, like we've been talking about the previous morning notes, and hopefully you've listened, congratulations. Enjoy your profit. Make sure to like and subscribe. 4,000 subs, what we need. We're at 3808. So we need only about 192 more subs. We'll get there, and then we'll do a live trading session together. My name is Carlos Garcia, CEO of G.A.R Capital. Thank you so much for joining. What's expected for space this week, next week? For space, I have the 27 calls. I think we get to 28. I don't know about we'll get it this week, but for the next week, I think we get there. SPY all-time high in 2 weeks. Not in 2 weeks, no. Not all-time high in 2 weeks, no. By the end of the year, yes. All right, we'll leave it there. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Cheers.